Hello, welcome back. I got super exciting mail today that I'm so excited to show you. It is a brand new deck that I believe is coming out on the 13th, but I could be wrong. I pre-ordered it and it shipped to me early, so I'm super excited. And it is the Starcodes Astro Oracle. Super freaking excited to show this to you. So yeah, let's dive into it. I haven't taken it out of its plastic yet, but this is tap into the powerful energy of ancient astrological archetypes and the influential relationships between the celestial bodies as they move through the sky and through your life with the Starcodes Astro Oracle. So it is 56 cards that delivers messages from the universe and deepens the reader's knowledge of astrological terminology with each draw. So I actually picked this up because first of all, the artwork is stunning from what I saw online in like previews, and I want to learn more about astrology. I want to dive into it. So I thought that this would be the perfect way to learn a little bit more. Alrighty, let's just open her up. There we go. There we go. Feels nice. Alright. So she comes in like a little two-piece box. Pretty standard for Hay House cards. That is the inside of the box. That's the cover. Alright. Okay, so like pretty standard guidebook. We've got each of the messages. Let's look at the front. So yeah, so we've got signs, qualities, solar activity, luminaries, planets, asteroids, lunar nodes, locations, cardinal points, houses, so patterns, supportive aspects, challenging aspects, and changing states. That's super cool. There's an introduction, how to use the cards. Okay, so it talks about the 4 different locations. So lenses include the signs, qualities, and energetic levels through which you will see the world. Your lenses card can expand the aperture through which you view a problem or situation and help you try on a different perspective, which I feel like everybody needs every now and then. The celestial characters are the personalities or archetypes that express themselves in your chart. These cards can describe which archetype is activated by your question and what strengths you can call upon to take action on the guidance you receive. Love that. This third section is locations. Include the points on your astrological chart, like ascendant, descendant, and chart houses. All of which refer to the locations or compartments in your life that are activated in the present moment and need of attention. I love that. And then the patterns. So describe the relationship between the archetypes and investigate whether your situation is a passing event, instigated from an outside, or part of the progression of your soul's growth. Okay, so already I am thinking of so many ways to use these cards. Whether like I break it up into each of the 4 categories and pull 1 card from each, or just like look at my chart, allowing me to have a visual because I am a very visual learner. This is very, very exciting. So yeah, each reading. So align and set an intention, formulate a clear question, and then decide how you will draw your cards. We love it. And then interpret, yeah, and then the upside down, and then fine tuning. She says use a notebook, which we love. The spectrum, every sign, aspect, house, planet, or symbolic ingredient in astrology describes a spectrum of expression that runs from its gift through its practical expression to its challenging nature. You don't choose your cards, charts, transits, or progressions. They are set in motion as you pull a random card or were put in motion when you were born. Love that. But you do have complete choice about where on that spectrum you act. I love it. That's what I always say, is that you have free choice and will of everything and how you respond to things. So reading methods, get to the heart, aid a decision, answer complex questions. Like I just said, provide a visual astrological teaching tool. That's probably what I'm going to be using it for. But I will be pulling cards to sort of learn about them more. And then dialogue with the cards. I'm super excited. Okay. She does have spreads. So yeah, I love how I'm like, anyways, I said like divide up the deck, and she's saying the exact same thing. Divide up the deck and pull 1 from each category. You can also do a dial, which is pull 4 cards and lay them out counterclockwise. First card on the left, second on the bottom, third on the right, fourth on the top. So ascendant, how the problem presents itself. The I don't know how to say that. The Imamkoli? I don't know. The root of the question, descendant, the other protagonist, who else affects the situation, how to deal with them, and then guidance, the mature or professional way to handle the situation and how to bring it to conclusion. Cool. Oh yeah, and there's a little, an orientation to astrology. We love it. Natal chart, zodiac sign, modality, cardinal, fixed, mutable. So it goes into like really being able to like help teach you the languaging of astrology too, which I really love. Element, polarity, houses, changing states, supportive aspects, challenging aspects, and then this also, that's the beginning, gives you a really, really good introduction. I'm going to read that in depth later. And then all of these are all of the messages for all of the cards. Yeah, cool. Doo-doo-doo. We love it. Okay, super, super fun. I'll put that off to the side. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, there we go. A little stuck, but that's okay. Ooh, I haven't seen the backs yet. Okay, why is this card? Give me this card. Thank you. So that is the back. Okay, first of all, that is stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. And I will say, oh yeah, it doesn't work exactly for reversals, but I'm honestly not probably going to notice. I won't know which ones are right side up, which ones are face down if I do end up doing it that way. But most of the times I will read reversals, but I don't have like it down like this and then like flip it over type of deal. Anyways, let's dive in. I can't get over that. That's so stunning. Okay. So I'm going to move you over here. That's interesting. There's like a very large gap in my cards that won't really close. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. It's just somehow probably how I was in the box or whatever, but it's just funny. Anyways, yeah, you can see that. Okay, cool. Alright, so we've got Aries, Act. Oh, I love this imaging. Yeah, and you've got the fire symbol down there. You've got like the Aries symbol up there. That's another thing that like I'm really trying to learn is like all the symbols. I know the ones that are really popular in my life, but sometimes I forget the ones that like I don't see every day. That's really pretty. Yeah. Okay, I through this for the rest of this, I'm probably just going to be talking and saying how beautiful these are, but I love this. And remember, if you want to see this faster or slower, by all means, speed it up or slow it down if I'm going too fast or too slow. If you want to take a longer look, go ahead and pause. I love the bumblebees. Gemini. That's my moon sign. Cancer. Yeah, these are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Virgo with the two hands and the wheat. Very interesting. I love it. Oh my god, these are gorgeous. I do like also how they have like a little keyword under each of them. I feel like that's really helpful. That's really pretty too. Pisces. That's me. Really cute. Okay, hold on. I think I just So we just finished up the signs. So we must be going into, yeah, so these are the qualities now. That makes sense. Dignified. Data discomfort. I am loving the images. Absolutely loving these images. So now these are the solar activities. This is gorgeous. Solar flares. Sun. Those two were the luminaries, by the way, the sun and the moon. Now we're moving into the planets. It's just so pretty. And the bees again. I love this. Really, really love this. Some of this I'm like, I wish I had this artwork on my wall. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Again, I keep saying it, but this imaging is just absolutely gorgeous. Now we're moving into the asteroids. Now we're moving into the lunar nodes. South node, north node. Now we're moving into the locations, the cardinal points. I love this card. Now we're moving into the houses. The artwork on these is really, really stunning in my opinion. I love this, like, it's very like a stained glass effect. I couldn't figure out how I would explain it, but it's very much like stained glass, and I love that. With like then like these other like sort of like a watercolor on top of it. I really like this type of artwork. This was one of the ones I saw online that like made me buy this deck like right away. Ooh, thank you. I love this. Really, really love this. These are the supportive aspects, by the way. And then these are the challenging aspects, which makes sense because they're headbutting themselves and they're sort of look like, I don't know if they're dancing or fighting. Sometimes dancing looks like fighting, sometimes fighting looks like dancing. And then these are the changing states. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so that is all of them. So yes, there are 56 cards. Do I want to shuffle these or do I... Okay, I'm going to separate them into their 4 categories. First, because I want to do the little like reading in here. So I'm going to separate them into 4 categories, do a little reading, and then at the very end I'll shuffle them all together. But I don't want to have to like resort them, if that makes sense. So let me just see what... Alright, so we do all of the lenses. There we go. So from 1 to 17... 1 to 17 is the lenses. 18 to 34 is the luminaries. I gotta move all this. So I have some space. Trying to do this one-handed. And then from 35 to 50. 35 to 50 is locations, and then 51 to 56 is the patterns. Okay, so so here it says, like, divide up your deck into 4 categories, which we have now done. And it says, for example, if I ask what I can do to strengthen my relationship, and she pulls this, I can interpret like so, and she talks about that. So I actually really like that question of what can I do to strengthen my relationships, so that's going to be the question that I'm going to ask as well. I feel like everyone who watches this video, maybe that would be a thing. And it can be a relationship with anything, like relationship to career, relationship with family, romance, whatever it can be. Anyway, we're going to shuffle for each of these. Alright, so what can I do to strengthen my relationship as well as everybody who's watching this? Alright, so we have got Sagittarius. What can I do to strengthen my relationship? Thank you. We've got the Sun. Relationship. 12th house. And what can I do to strengthen? Thank you. Alright, so we have got Sagittarius Expand, Sun Source, 12th house Introspection, and Progressions Journey. Alright, and I am just going to adjust these on the camera because I'm not loving how they're laying. They may look exactly the same to you, but I don't know. I'm not loving it, but that's okay. Alright, so the first card is your lenses. So, number 9, Sagittarius Expand. Sagittarius asks us to think big, travel far, and use our restlessness and curiosity to create. A mutable fire sign, Sagittarius' symbol is that of the centaur, half human, half horse, which epitomizes the connection between humans and the natural wild world. Sagittarius, ruled by expansive Jupiter, rules the thighs, the muscles that propel our movement. The sun shines in Sagittarius November 22nd to December 21st. Your action is Sagittarius has 2 imperatives. Expand your perspective and humbly speak your truth. So let your perspective become versatile, flexible, and curious. Travel in the body and in the mind and explore a larger philosophical, environmental, and metaphysical context for this situation. Imagine you are on a mountaintop looking down at your life from 1,000 feet up. Now take it further like the astronauts who look down on our spinning green and blue globe and see no borders between countries. You are a global citizen. Change your life to reflect this reality. Speak your truth. Remember the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes. A pair of con artists. Remember the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes. A pair of con artists arrive at Emperor's court claiming to make beautiful garments. They say their creations are only visible to people of quality. Incompetent people can't see the clothes. No one in the Emperor's court wants to admit that they can't see the supposedly intricate garments, and the Emperor wears his new clothes on parade. Only one honest Sagittarian-style boy speaks up without rancor and states the obvious. The Emperor is naked, and breaks the spell. Ask what spell you need to break and speak up. I don't know about the rest of you. This was super freaking accurate for everything that I've been going through lately. Something that I've really been bringing into all of my relationships is, like, total honesty, speaking the truth. So this literally popping up is just confirmation that it's working. I'm strengthening my relationships by speaking the truth and no longer feeling like I need to hide or censor what I want to say. Also in videos, I've been posting more on all of this. So hopefully that applies to you as well on how you can strengthen your relationships. Speak your truth. Share your mind. I believe, I didn't read the full book at the front. You've been seeing everything that I've been doing. But I believe the challenge, there's challenge and gift. Because I was going to say, I think the challenge is for when it shows up reversed. Let me just, where's the how to use your cards? So an upright card leads with its gift, while a reversed or upside card leads with the challenge or the edge to the lesson. So I'm not going to read the challenge because it did show up right side up, but I am going to read the gift. So, honor all your relationships. Sagittarius reminds us that our spiritual path is connected to all our relations. The 2-footed, 4-footed, many-legged, winged, scaled, and finned, and they are connected to us. There we go. All right, now we also have the Sun. So luminaries, celestial characters. Sorry, my phone just went off if you heard that. Sun, source. In your natal chart, the sun symbolizes the core of your personality, your life force, ego, and consciousness. The sign and aspects of the sun describe how you express that basic vital energy. From our earthly perspective, the sun circles the zodiac once a year, but in truth, the sun is the center point around which the planets revolve. All other bodies in our solar system reflect its light. It is unimaginably huge, 1,000,000 Earths could fit within. Action. The sun's light shines through the teacher, actor, lover, leader, those who use their enthusiasm, warmth, and charisma for a common good. It's time for you to take center stage. Let the sun's light flow through you and shine. Illuminate and energize your surroundings, and use this to be of service. Notice what feeds your vitality and work with it. As you let the sun flow through you, your health will improve. You will draw support to your energy and enthusiasm. Step into your potential. If you are asking about a project, notice how the vitality flows through the design and clear the path. Let the situation be a channel for the sun's energy, and feel it take on a life of its own. The gift is this. Excuse me while I turn this off. There we go. This sunlit moment is an opportunity to let your ego step out of the way. Let the sun's light flow through you and let spirit do the work. Shine wholeheartedly and share the warmth with friends, family, and your community and the world. Make it an offering and live the truth. I am the center of the universe, and so are you. A lot of stuff has been happening in my personal life lately, and that last line of like, I am the center of the universe, and so are you, resonates so freaking deeply. That this is just so crazy accurate for me personally, so I really hope that this is resonating with all of you watching this as well. But I am absolutely stunned. I am absolutely, like, that last line just, it's hitting, this is, I love this deck. This is super crazy accurate. I use cards like crazy. I have tons of card decks, and yet I'm sitting here going, whoa, this is accurate. This is accurate. So anyways, hope you guys are loving it. 12th house introspection. If your chart were a village map, the 12th house would be a quiet place. The sun is in the 12th house just after sunrise, a time for prayer and meditation, for dreaming our deepest dreams. The 12th house is your inner child's world, containing both the fairy tale into which you might escape and the monsters that live under your bed. Action. Introspection. This situation is complex, so learn what's going on behind the scenes before you act. Look for private motives, hidden enemies, and surprise angels. Take time alone to develop an idea or listen within. The 12th house speaks of both who you are when no one's looking and the fact that your fate is intricately linked to every other sentient being. Work with this metaphor. We are all cells of the body of the divine. It's essential that you take care of yourself, your individual cell, and honor who you are. But you also must acknowledge that you work within an organism, i.e. your family and culture, which operates within the body of all creation. If you just take care of yourself and disregard the rest, you become a cancer that brings illness to that great body. If you deny your individuality, you can't do what you were born to do. Both realities are clear and true. You do exist independently, and you are part of the collective. It's just a perspective shift. It's impractical to get lost in oneness, whether in spiritual bliss or over-identification with your group, and neglect your individual health. But it can be spiritual painful to feel stuck in the isolated single-cell mindset. Spiritual practice can help you find a healthy midpoint between a disconnected, lonely state and a state of connection. Connection to one another, to a cause, or to the divine. Grounding helps you return to your personal path. And then the gift is, in quiet moments of prayer, meditation, creative bliss, feel that deep connection to the source and know you are not alone. Again, I think it really resonates. So hopefully you guys are getting it too. In the comments down below, let me know how this resonated. Let me know if this was what you needed to hear, or if there was a message for you. I'd love to see how it would apply to all of you as well. And our final message is the progressions journey. The planets continuously move through time and space. When you are born, you imprint the pattern of that moment, which are described in your natal chart. But the planets keep moving, and you also imprint the patterns they make as they progress through those first few months. This progression sketches out the big sweeping journey of your life. You live that pattern out at roughly the rate of a year to a day for the rest of your life. Once you're born, you can't choose the cycles you live through, but you always choose how you respond. Action. Progressions do not speak of a passing thing, but to a big sweeping arcs of karmic fate to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term because it has more to do with big karmic patterns and how those intersect with the karmic patterns of the world's progress, and less to do with your daily existence. Stand back and look at your life's journey. Think of the years you engaged with the world and the years you needed time for more personal work. Consider making a timeline or painting of this landscape to see where you are in those big sweeping patterns. This situation may feel fated, but the outcome is not predestined. Though you may feel uncomfortable, you always have a choice about how you respond and where you go. To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your at the end of your life. To help guide you in the moment, consider where you would like to be at the end of your life, a far distant point, and look back. Let this future become your lighthouse to guide you. Even though you may have to go around the rocks and work with the tides, let your lighthouse guide you. The gift. Trust the tides and set your own sails. Okay, new favorite deck. This for me, I'm not going to interpret this like I do in like my personal readings where I like channel in information, because I do want to focus on just like what the deck gives you. But I absolutely adore this. I am very, very happy with this deck. I'm very, very happy with this reading. Everything made tons and tons and tons of sense to me. Like I said, I would love it if you dropped in the comment down below what this reading, how it resonated with you, what it meant for you, how it applied to your life. I'm not going to go into detail about how it applied to mine, but everything was super, super accurate. Yeah, this was very, very accurate for me. So I'm super excited to see if it was accurate for you. Starcodes Oracle, or Starcodes Astro Oracle, Heather Roan Robbins is who made it. I'm Canadian, so I got mine on IndigoChapters.com. But I'm sure you can get it at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, wherever you pick up your card decks, indie shops, like local shops, anything like that. Again, I got mine on Chapters. Yeah, there's nothing else. Oh, I was going to shuffle. I kind of don't want to break up these piles. So I'm just going to shuffle from this one just to give you an idea of shuffling. I know it's not like a ton of cards, but you can still sort of get the idea. But they slide really nicely, really, really smoothly. So anyways, I decided to actually put them all back in their piles and shuffle them and see how it would do. And since I was going to do that anyways, I figured I would start filming again. They shuffle really nicely. They're getting a little dinged up already, but that's okay. I am going to do... I'm not very good at, like riffle shuffling and like bridge shuffling. Okay, I say that, and that might have been the best I've ever done. I don't usually like to do that, but these worked. They have this really nice, like they're matte, but they have this sort of like, I don't know, I like how they feel. They have this, I don't know, they just feel really nice. Sort of like a papery feel if we went, oh, that's funny, it's Libra, and we are, or at least when I'm filming this, it's a Libra new moon today. So anyways, that is the deck, that is the reading. These are my first impressions. I absolutely love it. Definitely for my own growth and using the guidebook and working together with it and learning more about astrology. I think this is definitely going to be a deck that I am reaching for a lot. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. I was just sitting here and thinking. So I also have the Arcana of Astrology by Claire Goodchild, and it's gorgeous. Hold on, I'll show it to you. It's absolutely gorgeous. I do have a longer video. I did like an unboxing of a bunch of decks. I'll link it down below. And it looks like I got cut off. Anyways, so this is the Arcana of Astrology. So we have, it has a ton of information in it as well, but the cards, they're absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. We love them. The backs look like this with like, so it's all the signs and the houses. And it looks like this. So these are the cards. Like, let's do a little comparison since this just worked out really beautifully. Where's that Libra card? Where's the bottom of the deck? Okay. So for example, this is Libra here in this deck, and this is Libra here in this deck. Now, I bought this one because I love the imaging. I love the simplicity of it. I had seen a bunch of people using it. I bought it. I loved it. In all honesty, I haven't used this one very much. I think I will be using this one more. If anybody's wondering about like the card difference, oracle size, almost tarot size. So this is the difference. For me, actually having more of this imaging actually helps me learn. I can draw more conclusions. Where with this one, let me find another. So for me, only having like the astrological or like the constellation, thank you, only having the constellation and then like the little symbol down at the bottom, it wasn't enough imagery for me personally to be able to make connections and remember and memorize and learn all about astrology. So, I mean, and there's so many other ways, like there's so much more to learn about astrology. It's not just like buy a card deck and learn, but for me, I wanted like a visual aid. And for whatever reason, this here really, really calls to me, really, really speaks to me. And there's so much more that I can latch onto. I can be like, oh yeah, Libra, scales, like, I don't know, there's so much more here. Like this image will pop in my head when I think of Libra. So I can start making those connections and be like, oh yeah, where this one here, like I didn't even remember that Libras were the scales. Like I didn't remember that because it's not anywhere on the card. And I have to pull from other knowledge. So to use these sort of like flashcards, just in a quick comparison of the decks, this is so funny because let's do it this way. Hold on. So we also have Sagittarius, where we talked about the the centaur, the half man, half horse. You've got the bow and arrow. This Sagittarius right here, it's the same image, but I didn't pull that conclusion because for me it was just dots and lines. Does that make sense? So for me personally, I will be using Starcodes Astro more frequently as I continue learning to give me those deeper visual cues. But this is, I still love this deck. Like this will, the more I learn and become more familiar with it, I'll probably incorporate both of them into my practice. But like this is one of those decks where I absolutely love it. It's absolutely visually stunning. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I haven't actually used it in my practice. Now I do like their house cards. I really like that. And like they do also have the moon phases. So I really like that reasoning. The Astro Codes did not, if I believe, have the moon phases. So I don't know. I really like it. That's just a quick little like last minute comparison for anyone who stuck around. So thank you so much for sticking around if you stuck around. But let me know which deck calls to you more because they are both about astrology. And yeah, just a little bonus for anyone who stuck around. Oh, I didn't put the guidebook back in. This guidebook, by the way, is really good. It has the in astrology reading. It also has, so like in astrology and then like in a reading, the different meanings. It has keywords. It has the glyph, the planetary ruler, the house, the element, the name, the modality, the opposite zodiac, the symbols. So there is so much information in this guidebook. I sometimes do just read this guidebook for like the sake of reading. But I do see myself using this one more. I see this becoming a very prevalent, like using it in my practice. I feel like I will lean on this a lot and use this for a lot of different readings. Maybe not so much in my pick of cards yet until I get more comfortable, but definitely in my personal readings for myself until I get more comfortable with it. So you might not see it in readings yet, but I also might just absolutely fall in love with it and use it in readings because it is absolutely gorgeous and we love it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below and if you're going to pick it up or if you already have another one, or is there another astrology deck that you are looking at? Because there is one more that I've been looking at for a while. But I chose this one instead. So anyways, you'll see that one if I do end up buying it or someone buys it for me for a gift or whatever. We'll see it. We'll see. Anyways, this is it. This is all of it. Finally, I'm done. I won't talk anymore. Talk to you later. Bye. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. All that good stuff. Okay, bye.